Well, hello, and good evening and good afternoon there where you are. My name is Master Coach Lakendra Smalley, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And I'm so delighted to be here today with you at D Cup Brewing Live Season 3. Brewing Live is a community service of D Cup Coffee Republic, and our heart is to fill your digital cup with great stuff that matters as we ignite your space with opportunities for impact, income, and influence that you can experience transformation in different areas of your life through the platform of life coaching. D Cup Coffee Republic is a coaching hub in the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. They're in the Philippines and now global. Our physical space is located inside the Pioneer Center along Pioneer Road, corner of Brixton and United Streets. Our hub is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily for dine-in pickup and delivery of your premium drinks and nutritious food. Plant-based meals is also available to help keep you fit and healthy, especially during the time of pandemic. For coaching services, as we do offer coaching services on demand 24/7, just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 any time of the day and any day of the week. Thank you for joining me today. Please do tag a friend in the comments below and share this link to your Facebook timeline, group, and our page so that we can reach more people and transform more lives. D Cup Brewing Live is in partnership with Coach A Coaching Club, the premier club for coaches and entrepreneurs. Our mission as club members is to create massive impact by turning our talents into income, influencing people in our chosen domain and territory through the platform of life coaching. Our club will open for batch 3 this coming January 2021. So please contact, once again, the beautiful and magnificent Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to know more about how you can become a part of Coach A Coaching Club and benefit this learning opportunity with Master Coach A. For today's episode, I will be sharing with you, do you really want to change? I'm excited about it because this whole experience that brought me here today was Master Coach, are you ready? And I'm like, I am in the bed. Do I supposed to be presenting today? But that's the thing that happens, right? When you commit, when you make a commitment to yourself that no matter what, I am going to show up for my life and I'm going to show up for others that has an expectation of me to show up for them. And in order for you to do that, the question that you truly have to ask yourself is, do you really want to change? Do you really want a responsibility of growth, like a real responsibility of empowerment? And that's the beautiful thing about change. And it can also be a complicated thing about change. So I want to just have a conversation with you. That's what I do best. It's what I love to do. Just bring authentic messages that's from the heart to help you to ponder, to bring forth awareness and go into reflection. And then you decide if this is something you really want in your life. Are you willing to really show up for people who desire a need of your gift and your talents? But most importantly, yourself, and to develop that change. Sometimes it feels good and sometimes it's really uncomfortable. So because I've gone through this experience and continue to go through this experience, I think that I'm the expert that can really talk to you about it. So, do you really want to change? Believe it or not, it's not impossible. but quite common for someone to consciously convince themselves that they want to change in their life, but subconsciously, that's the key, like subconsciously put all of our efforts into keeping everything exactly the same as it is right now and always has been. We even go through the motions of starting the new project. That could be you, right? Enlist help, buying software. We done built a website, guilty of it, creating all kinds of marketing texts and tools, only to consistently find a challenge, a mental challenge. When it gets close to start, what happens? Well, we don't follow through. So why would anyone do that? Why would we continue to self-sabotage ourselves? What do you think causes that? For me, it was fear. Yeah. Fear is the prime reason that most people don't follow through. Fear of what? Think about it. What keeps you from truly changing? What keeps you from pushing forward? Is it fear of success? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of what other people may think or do or even say, right? Or is it all of the above? Raise my, wait. Is it all of the above, right? Sometimes we're so unhappy and unmotivated and unfulfilled that, we know exactly what we need to do, but never manage to get it done. We often just put ourselves in solitude, right? We do that. We stop hanging out with our friends. We even stop hanging out with family some because the expectation, right? When you say, like, because you can't say in my family, oh, I'm going to start, a t-shirt business, because that expectation goes from here to here. And every time you get on the phone, especially if I'm talking to my uncle, like, oh my gosh, where are you in the t-shirt business? Do you have everything that you need? What is your plan? What is your price point? Like he's going to be drilling, and no one wants that burden, like that anxiety. So a lot of times us that have a problem with that true change, we just zip it and we limit our space of interaction with people who truly will motivate us and push us to succeed. So this vicious circle of starting and stopping over and over and over again can cause us to have what? Low self-esteem. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you are on here and I'm talking directly to you, right? Low confidence. And because of low self-esteem and low confidence, what happens? Depression, right? Which reinforces our overwhelming desire to keep everything the same, no matter how good a new future may look. Like right now, if I told you just to close your eyes and envision your bright future, even right now, some of you are having sweaty palms, trembling in your fingers. You're fighting to even keep your eyes closed because you don't even want to see it, because you don't want to get excited about it. Does this scenario describe you? If so, what can you do about it? Is there a solution? Master Coach, is there a solution? I don't want to feel this way. Who really wants to ever feel this way? So one of the best ways to break this pattern, because it really is a pattern, is to help someone else less fortunate than yourself. I know it sounds so crazy, but I think I'm able to speak on this because you know what? When I first started, being a business owner, I started in this position because I was so fearful. But it was so easy for me to show up for somebody else and to serve someone else that was a little bit less fortunate than I was. It gave me a sense of confidence. It gave me a sense of pride, and also gave me a sense of honor. So perhaps try charitable work or similar work where people depend on your help, your energy, your support, and you know it. And you know if you don't show up for them, you're disappointing so many people. Yeah. Is this charitable work considered how you have responsibility to others where you cannot possibly let them down because they depend on you? That way, you're not working for your own personal rewards. Aha. Because a lot of us struggle with that, don't we? Oh my gosh, I'm selfish to want to be successful. It's okay to feel that way. I'm going to help you to trick the brain. We can trick the brain, okay? But for someone who cannot possibly fulfill their ambitions of their own, if we can help them as a reward of being just a good steward, it always makes us feel better and give us the confidence that we need. So the feeling you get from helping others is so strong, so compelling that your personal anxiety diminishes and your self-esteem does what? It rises to the top. So you'll enjoy like this feeling of accomplishment. Matter of fact, it's so strong. Like the desire is so strong that you just keep showing up and you keep showing up and keep showing up. And that's really the momentum that really needs to happen during this solution. You will find yourself in a place of happiness that you've never experienced before, and you'll really, really like it. So you make a decision and then you take action. So through practical experience, you'll come to realize that when you make a decision and take action, you what? You move forward. And you'll recognize that you not only have one life, but now two. Two, which makes it kind of more meaningful, right? Especially when we undervalue or devalue ourselves. And even though I know this sounds crazy, but in all honesty, this is really how we feel about ourselves sometimes. So to make the best of just getting it done, right? You one can show up for someone else, which will make what? The decision process easier and you taking action more fulfilling. Yeah, that's it. So you'll also acknowledge that doing these for someone else allows you to fully engage your talents. Because here's the thing, you don't even know what they all are because you keep yourself buried in darkness. So when you start showing up for other people, what happens? They're like, oh my gosh, Master Coach, I didn't know that you were so great with your hands. And you just made me feel so good today, just in your thoughtful words. Man, look how you designed that picture for me, you know? And it's like, oh my gosh, like the posture happens. I love talking about that posture, the posture of a boss. It begins to rise up where you sit a little bit higher. And when you find purpose in all that you do, you will also realize that what? Fear evaporates along the way. And now you can actually feel a sense of pride in your work that was never there before. So through helping others, you'll come to understand that it doesn't really even matter if you make a wrong decision or take a wrong action. You can always make another decision and take another action and correct it and not feel so bad about it. So the most important thing is that you keep making decisions and taking action. It's the only way to affect change in anything. What? Write that down. What did I just say? The most important thing is to what? Make a decision and take action and keep doing it over and over and over again. Because what does it help? It helps to diminish fear. The biggest changes will be the ones you experience yourself, but it will still take others to point them out to you. Just think about it, right? We love praise. When it comes for someone else, oh my gosh, you did such a great job. Yay. Thank you for showing up. That introduction you did was amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, Master Coach, you just got out of the bed 10 minutes ago and boom, you're here doing this. Like, it's just a great feeling when you hear somebody else what appreciate you for showing up and taking action. Until you see other people's lives improve because of your actions, is when you will really know that your gift truly matters. So that's when you'll see what? That you're worthy, that you're valuable. Your authentic self is showing up and you're happy and you're smiling, right? And you're looking forward to finally being able to create the future that you desire. And that's it. And truly doing what we love to do, we have to be radical in how we serve and show up every single day, no matter what. So I want to take to the comments real quick. I want to see what you're saying over here. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, so hello, coaches, Coach Candy Glacy, Ayisa, Coach Sean, Coach Ariel, you're all here. This is so amazing. Find your purpose. Find purpose in all you do, and fear evaporates along the way. Yeah, thank you for reiterating that. Find purpose, and all, like, y'all got that down pat. Okay, keep making decisions and take action. Absolutely, see, absolutely. Do it over and over and over again, because insanity will say, we keep doing it over and over and over again and we're getting the same results, right? But success also says you keep doing it over and over and over again until you get it right, right? So you pick which definition you want to carry, okay? A pack my bag moment by Heidi says, to diminish fear, you have to make a decision and take action. Absolutely. Be radical in doing what you love to do and serve unapologetically. I love how you added that there, Coach Candy, because at the end of the day, sometimes when you just have a low sense of value of yourself, you have to figure out a way to climb out of that hole. It's almost like literally we bury ourselves. We get the shovel, we dig the dirt, and then we jump down in that hole. And we be wanting to come out of it, but it's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I really dug this hole that deep. So how do you get out of the hole? Right? It's going to require some people to come to pull you up out of it. So whenever I give the analogy of serving, that's the analogy that I give. We need each other. People need people. We're human beings. And it's okay that you have a low sense of feeling about yourself. It's absolutely okay. We all have gone through it. This is a beautiful thing that I love about life coaching. Because we could be really vulnerable and honest to ourselves. I've had a moment where I just didn't feel at my best value. And if it wasn't for me always being in a mindset that I need community to keep me uplifted, to say, hey, Master Coach, hey, girl, are you down there? You dug this one too deep. And, just extending that hand to pull me up out of it through encouragement, right? Through words of affirmations. Thank you so much for showing up. You did such a great job today. Like, I didn't even know that you were that talented. Like, it's okay to speak life, community. It's okay to speak life into one another. Because when you speak life into someone else, it will reciprocate. It's like, mm-hmm. It'll reciprocate back to you. So that's where we need to start. We need to start with serving. Service is the greatest action taker that we possibly could do for ourselves. See, mentally, you're thinking like, oh, I'm doing this for someone else, but nah, we really do it for ourselves. It's an immune system booster. It truly boosts the immune system when we show up in an act of service and show up in gratitude and joy of wanting to serve. It will always bring forth your highest qualities and your highest gifts. I've seen it happen even to some of the greatest coaches that serve in our community. I've watched you. And because you show up and you do it over and over and over and over again, I'm like, whoa, who is this person now? Where did this person come from? Right? So don't forget, I'm not going to even be long today. So seriously, I was in the bed before Princess Production was like, Master Coach, it's almost time. And I'm like, today is not Sunday. This is what happens when you just always show up, right? You lose track of time. Like, this time really exists when you're living your best life. That just gave me chills. When you really are living your best life, time don't exist. You just show up no matter what. All I did was I splashed some water on my face. I was like, let me put a hat on. Let me put on some really cool stylish glasses. Let me put a little lip gloss on. And I'm here. And I feel so exuberant at 10:23 p.m. Saturday night here in Dallas, Texas, USA. Because not only did I get to allow my gift to shine, to show you that there's resiliency in change. There's resiliency in change. There's loyalty in change. There's humility in change. There's peace in change. That's why I asked when I first started, do you really want to change? Do you really want to make a difference and an impact in the lives that are waiting for you to show up? Even if it's only one person, like, I'm okay with that. And, people who are really successful will be like, you're crazy. You think I'm going to get out of my bed and I don't even know who's going to be there? But this is what it feels like when you're living your best life, a life of service, a life that's ordained by God. That's who I believe in. Replace God with whatever word you need to replace it with. A life that's predestined. So when the alarm clock goes off, I'm like, I got my pom-poms and I am ready. I'm so ready to serve and give all of the energy that I need to evoke, that maybe it touches one person's life, just one. I've done my job. I love you too, sister. Thank you so much for you always showing up consistently, because that's the thing. You know, when you finally find a tribe of like-mindedness, then the reflection reflects the reflection, reflects the reflection, reflects the reflection. There is no disturbance in the frequency. Everybody is just showing up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's so magnificent to be somewhere where the frequency is just flowing, right? Like God's love. When I talk about frequency, that's my definition. It's God's love just flowing effortlessly. Yeah, that's right. See, I want you to call every one of your friends, and I want you to ask them that question. Do you really want to change and make an impact? Because it's a tough question to answer, because it means now that goals, y'all quote me on it, okay? Goals now becomes responsibilities. Ooh, and like to hear the word responsibility is like, ooh, I don't want to be told what to do. But this is what the flow feels like. Responsibility become goals. So I no longer I had one-on-ones with my apprentice last week, and I told every last one of them that came through the one-on-one call, I said, I have an announcement to make. They was like, you have an announcement? I said, yeah. I know we teach you about goals because that's the start, right? We got to give you something concrete that makes sense. That's kind of like universal law. Universal law teaches us about goals, but I really don't believe in them. They was like, what do you mean, Master Coach? Because I just feel that when I set a goal, then I have like this time frame that's on there. So I can still procrastinate a little bit. You know, if I say, hey, I'm going to, lose weight in the next, 2 pounds in the next 30 days, then I got 30 days to kind of to lag around. But when I say it's my responsibility, then that means it happens now. There's no delay in how I show up. So when you get to a place where you're living and no longer existing in this world, you'll get exactly what I'm saying. Like it's going to go over some of your heads, but right now I feel like this is a space where I can really communicate this with with you all. When you talk about really wanting to change, it becomes a responsibility. It becomes a responsibility to how you have your behavior shown when no one else is watching, when you're at home behind closed doors, when you're not on a live, when you're not in D cup. How do you really talk to your children? How do you really talk to your spouse? Is it really real? Like how we see you every day, how we see you show up on social media, is it really who you are? That's what we're talking about. When I say change requires a responsibility, it doesn't require a goal. It is just being responsible for what needs to happen, and you show up. You don't cop out, because I'm tired, okay? I was with you guys until, 7 a.m. this morning. And then I had my own work that I had to do to make up for. But it's my responsibility to be here. So do you really want to change? How much is change worth to you? How much is change worth for you to change your behavior? How much is change worth your show up and your glow up every single day? Not just when you want to. Oh my gosh, I I got to rewrite this goal all over again. You don't have to rewrite it when it just becomes your responsibility. Y'all got it? Get it, got it? Good. Don't y'all just love when the master coaches come and speak on Brewing Live? I love it, right? That's right. Change has a price. It has a price of you revisiting your what? Your principles, your values, your daily behavior. There's a price. People, you have to sacrifice people in your life when you ask yourself, do you really want to change? People have to be sacrificed. Places have to be sacrificed. Things have to be sacrificed. That's the reason why people just say, we think it on surface level, like, oh my gosh, I just want to be just like Master Coach A. Oh, but if only if you knew her sacrifice. You couldn't walk her shoes if you only knew the sacrifice. So, how much is it worth to live deep down in answering the question, do you really want to change? And if you do, and it's hard because of fear, start with serving. I promise you, it's the best way to see yourself in a better light that's not dim, but bright. And when you show up and serve, you show up and you serve in respect, honor, and gratitude. And that will reciprocate into empowering you to be the very best version of yourself and live a life that is so abundant and so prosperous and so fulfilling. So, on behalf of D Cup Coffee Republic and Coach A Coaching Club, we want to thank you all for being a part of this journey. And you can watch the replay on all episodes of 1, 2, and 3 inside a Facebook page, D Cup Coffee Republic and Life Coach Philippines. You can also check on Coach A I Connect YouTube channel for a high definition video of this episode. Just remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can get the alerts when a new video becomes available. Tomorrow, our episode will be by somebody special. Show up, I don't know who, but it'll be your time, 12 noon. And everybody get your hands together for Love Bum Boom. Just make you a really, really beautiful heart. And we're going to say Love Bum Boom. Bye for now.